hit the record button.
Yep.
Welcome to Bacon Focus,
hey.
everybody. I'm so excited to be here, and I'm so excited to work with you guys. This is a brand new journey for me with writing the book Bacon Focus, a book about getting your shit together little bits at a time. The bacon being, what's your motivation? The reason I came up with this is because I gave my dog a piece of bacon, and he stared at it with so much focus I couldn't believe it. And I thought if I could just focus like that, I could accomplish anything, and that's what we call Bacon Focus. We've done a couple of these already. We've got Tyler here. Good to see you.
Likewise, boss. How y'all doing?
Peter Swanz, my good friend. He's a doctor, he's a comedian, and he's the guy I want to look like after I leave the gym. There he is. I was thinking on the way here.
Thanks, Rich.
I was thinking about what we're doing with this podcast. And what I like about it is it's basically an ancient thing. For forever, guys have been getting together. And whenever we get together, we do four things, okay? First, we make dick jokes, fart jokes, we fuck around. Anytime you've ever talked to girls, they always say, you guys just never stop cutting up. And the truth is we never do. It's in our ancient DNA. So you take a group of Vikings sitting around together, drinking, talking, doing what we're doing right now. A group of samurais. You never think about samurais in a group around the fire just giving each other shit, drinking sake. You know, a group of American Indians on the plain, it was no different then. They made jokes together. They made jokes about each other. They gave each other shit, right?
Totally.
Then they networked. They did a little business. And then they found a way to help each other out. You take a bunch of dudes in Milwaukee that sit around at the bar for a while, and the next thing you know, one of them's going to help the other guy put a roof on his house, or the other guy's going to hook him up with a mechanic. Or if he's struggling, he's going to get him some ass or something, you know. So what we're doing is that very ancient thing that guys do. We're filming live from the Caravan, the comedy club in Louisville, Kentucky, which is my home club and Pete's home club. We're getting ready to do a show tonight. We got Evan Lewis on here and Jeff Toy, and that's going to be a blast. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. One, with this podcast that we're putting together, that I hope is just exactly what we said earlier. It's a bunch of guys hanging out, a bunch of guys giving each other shit, a bunch of guys networking, and a bunch of guys helping each other out a little bit. We did, Tyler, last week when we were on, we said, let's give each other a little challenge with the burpee thing. I was going to do 50 burpees. Tone was going to do 25 burpees and some planks. Tanner was going to do planks. And you were going to take naps. Right?
Correct.
Okay, now, I failed with mine a little bit. I did great the first couple days. I tweaked my shoulder, but instead, I went to the gym and I did leg work, or I swam. I did something, even though I didn't get my 50 burpees in, but I got my 50 burpees in the last 2 days. So overall, it was a win compared to what I did last week. Did you get close to your goals or complete them?
I did. Like today was like my schedule has been so nuts, like editing stuff and like going to school and job and all that. Like I've been falling asleep here late at night.
Now, how does that affect your sleep at night?
I don't get any.
you just haven't slept. I figured if you didn't take the nap, then you'd be able to sleep better.
I mean, I do have sleeping pills. They do help in terms of like getting like 3 or 4 hours, but just so much has been on my plate. It's just last couple, especially these first couple of days. That last week, I pulled a couple of all-nighters, and last night I essentially pulled an all-nighter.
Wow. I don't know what to tell you. What do you think about that, Peter? Wouldn't you think that he'd sleep? Now, you have sleep problems, right? Because I do.
I essentially...
You want to aim for 6 or 7 hours, right? Like that's the goal. That's the healthy kind of magic number for adults. So that's three's low.
I know. I'm fully aware, but that's why I have weekends.
The trick is to have a consistent wake up time. To just try every day to wake at the same time, regardless of what time you go to bed. And then that puts your body on a good schedule, a good, like, you know, it regiments the routine.
I actually do have that. I wake up
Cool.
at 7:10 every day. So that's a big pro in my column right there. That's a good one.
Yeah,
There you
you're
go.
doing it.
There you go. Now, Peter, tell us a little bit about what you do with your practice.
Yeah, I'm a naturopathic physician. I'm a comic for hobby and occasionally money, but most of the time I work with patients holistically to help them transform their health. We talk about diet and lifestyle stuff, as well as, you know, the kind of conventional approach stuff, the labs, the blood work, the diagnosis. But we try to address the underlying issues with diet, lifestyle, supplements when necessary, detoxing, just supporting the body's healing. You know, a lot of what the conventional model does in medicine is band-aid the symptoms, and that's nice. A lot of us want symptom relief when we're suffering, but the problem then, if you take the band-aid off, you're right back where you started. You know, so I'm trying to help people just do it healthier. Rich is not just a friend; he's a client, and he's lost like 20 pounds. He looks fantastic.
You ain't violating HIPAA law saying that, are you?
No, I'm kidding. I'm playing with him. He's awesome.
I'm going to get a lawsuit against you, and we can split it and go to Cancun.
My malpractice will cover it.
Well,
I'm
also,
joined.
talk a little bit too, Pete, about your stuff with the mushroom therapy, the other stuff. Can you talk about that? I saw someone talk to you about. Is that something you can talk about?
Well, I mean, I'm optimistic. I will tell people, and I talk about on stage when I'm doing comedy, you know, that psychedelics are transforming what we do for mental health medicine. It's a shame that we've been locking people up, and they're doing research at Johns Hopkins, at Columbia. You know, they're using mushrooms, MDMA for post-traumatic stress, for trauma, helping our first responders. And it's a game changer, and we should be doing that. And this is you know, the pharmaceutical industry hates it because it's the medicine itself isn't the quick magic bullet fix. It's a tool. It helps to shift people's perceptions about what they're going through. And then with therapy, journaling, all these other transformative processes, it works together, and then people climb out of these holes they're in. You know, but for the pharmaceutical industry that wants people to be repeated users on meds, that's been frowned upon. And unfortunately, we were locking people up, you know, for trying to figure this stuff out. But a lot of states now are legalizing psychedelics, decriminalizing them. You know, there's places in the U.S. where under the, you know, as a church, you can go and have some of these experiences and some of these ceremonial things. And personally, I hope it comes back. I think we need more culture and ceremony and ritual with our fellow humans, and we all need to kind of let go of the ego and get reconnected with each other. And I think that's going to happen. I have a buddy who's an MD. You know, ketamine is a dissociative anesthetic with psychedelic properties. It was a game changer for me personally. I was having panic attacks when my dad was dying. So we've done some, you know, group sessions with patients. It's completely legal. And that's a beautiful thing. And I just hope I hope we are continuing to move in that direction. I think we are.
Well, I mean, I used to drop acid before I went to church with my parents because I didn't want to go to church, and I did have those experiences, buddy. I saw Jesus better than anybody in the place.
I can attest to. I've dropped acid to help with because I have a biological child out of wedlock, and we gave her up for adoption. And the times I did acid really helped me steer me in the right direction.
No kidding. Wow. No kidding. Wow, that's craziness, man. Well, I've always not been on the side of the drug companies because, yeah, I think there's people that are trying. There's labs that are out there trying to make stuff. You know, mostly they're trying to make money, but the things that the FDA have put on, you know, if you've ever seen what's the name of the guy Brzezinski down in Texas that's trying to cure cancer? You know about him? I saw a documentary on him, and they had these what are they called? When you go in front of the government and there's a big board of guys, what do you call that? A hearing?
Like a Senate hearing?
Yeah, something like that, where they were all trying to shut him down, and all these people were showing up, holding up their kids, going, "My kid was on the deathbed before Brzezinski help me. And he did help me.
Right.
And he cured him. And
Right.
they're like, what are you talking about? Why can't we get, and they to this day won't let the dude practice. And he's got a cure for cancer. But they're like, it's like the water engine. They're not going to, the government's not going to let you cure cancer. There's too much money and, there's too much infrastructure with people making money all over the place with cancer. I quit giving money to cancer because I've done so many fundraisers. I've given so much money to different medical things that are trying to help people. And I finally don't do cancer ones anymore because I don't think they're trying to find a cure. I think those people that are doing the fundraisers are, but
hey, Rich, I'm going to jump off because people are coming in here to sit. So
okay,
I'll log out. Travis, good meeting you, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Tyler, not Travis.
Tyler, sorry.
You're a doctor, for God's sakes. Get your bedside manner.
I was moving around. I was trying to figure out. Have me back.
My boy Tanner.
Tanner.
Adopted son.
You little fucker.
Where is he? There he is.
So we gotta get some sort of fucking system with these fucking time zones.
Central. We just deal with Central. 80% of us are Central.
When has a time zone ever been good for anybody? All it does is trip you up.
I just fucking do.
We didn't create it, man. We're not Ben Franklin.
No, that's true. Did you just get off work?
Yeah.
Hauling ass to get here. Man, you missed it. In the beginning, we realized we're actually Vikings and samurais in an ancient order of dudes hanging out.
And we also did a bunch of acid trips together, apparently, too.
Well, that'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, in the other life, you were on time, Tanner.
Oh, yeah? Well, in this life, I'm 6 minutes early, you prick.
Oh, I can do that. There we go.
Oh, man, I love it. I love it.
Bravo.
I like it. Ooh.
It's fun to have
What are you
wine.
drinking?
The sun.
It's a little bourbon. That
No. What was the water you're drinking?
Oh, God.
vodka.
Dude, do you know what's in that shit?
What?
Dasani?
What?
They got fucking potash in there. They got potassium chloride in that stuff.
Oh.
0060.
Oh, when
That's fertilizer.
when you said potash, I got excited. I was like, "There's weed ash in there."
No, potash is the potassium fertilizer, commercial fertilizer that farmers use to build the potassium levels in their fields,
Yeah.
which is fine in a fertilizer standpoint because it's filtered by the soil. But they've used that in their fucking water to, it's like a drying agent, like quite literally. So it dries out your tongue and makes you addicted to the Dasani. There's some magnesium sulfate in there too, but that's in most everything anymore. But
Well, if I can't trust bottled water, I'm not going to get the vaccine. Jeez.
I'm not telling you to get the vaccine.
I'm not getting the vaccine. You don't know.
Do whatever you want. I could give two shits less. Anyone can get it or don't get it. I don't care. What are you gonna? You're gonna have like a little badge that says I got the shot? I suppose
If I
they do.
get
They
it,
probably
I
do.
wear any badge I can wear, buddy.
That's what I'm getting at. Are you a badge guy? Wait, are we recording? Because is this the thing? We're doing the thing.
This is the thing right now.
You're the
I'm
guy.
glad.
You're the guy that called me to get this started. You should know if we're live.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Tanner calls up. He's like, "Hey, man, you want to do a podcast?" I'm like, "Okay. Will you give me a patch?" And he sent me a seed corn patch.
You're welcome for that,
That's
by
where
the
we
way.
bonded, man. That's where we bonded, Tanner.
Yep. And then you saw the Infinity Pretzel, the Pioneer. You knew I was a good one.
It is. It is a good one. And then I sent you the Richie Bubble stickers.
You know, I put like 4 of those on the cabs of different tractors, and guys were like, "What the fuck? What's Richie Bubbles?" I'm like, "I don't know. It's a cool ass sticker. Just deal with it."
You should have said, "It makes you gay, right? If you drive." You'd be like, "I ain't no gay." What?
We don't have a southern accent in Wisconsin. Come on. If you're gonna impersonate us, you gotta go more Canadian. We're rednecks, but we're more the Canadian redneck.
I'm not a bull smoker, eh?
That's some heavy.
Ooh.
That's some heavy Minnesotan.
Did you guys bring up our one thing we committed to do each week yet, or
We did, and everybody got an A and you got an F because we haven't talked to you yet.
I did it. I had to get two of my 1 minutes in today at work, but I did it.
Awesome.
I don't know what I did, but I feel like I fucked up my ribs pretty bad. But I haven't done planks in like 2 years, but it did feel good to start doing it again. I won't lie.
That's probably
Okay, well, let's talk about that because we just talked about that, and I told Tyler I did something to my shoulder, so I did them the first 2 days. Then I was just like, this is dumb. You know, at 55, when your shoulder's jacked up, it's like, this is just not gonna. It's just making it worse. So I went to the gym and I did other things. I got on the treadmill. I turned it up to 15 and just walked for like 1.5 miles, which is killer. I didn't do everything I was supposed to do in that regard. I did other things. I did something every day, and then I went back to it the last 2 days. So I did 50 today and 50 yesterday. And he said he didn't take any naps. And
awesome.
So you did your thing. Now, did you feel any better this week?
I felt a little more confidence, I feel like. I don't know if I felt physically better, but you had that sense of accomplishment.
Well, I think I think that thing in your brain, once you do it, you're like, yeah, I did something good. It's like a little invisible pat on the back.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, okay, I did it. And no matter how small it is. And that's my point with this whole thing, writing this whole book, was going, how do I get my shit together? And every time I've gone, I'm in a teetotal, I'm not going to drink, I'm going to work out every day, I'm going to go, you can't, it's not doable. And we're humans and shit comes up. I mean, I tweaked my shoulder. That changes the game. You got kids, you got stuff going on, job changes, ice storms. There's always something. But when I found that I did something little all the time, every day, even I'll tell you what, taking the 15-minute walks after dinner, I do that almost every night. And instead, I'm going to take my fat ass to the couch and watch Netflix and eat a whole pizza. And now it's like, no matter what I eat, I just walk for 15 minutes. I shit better. I feel better. It gets stuff moving. Think how small it is, dude. A 15-minute walk. That's 7 minutes one way, 7 minutes back. In Kentucky, that adds up correctly.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yep. Fair enough.
Okay, so it's 8 minutes up and 6 minutes back. I don't know. But all those little things, dude. What just what you were talking about. Yeah, it's a tiny thing we did, but we did it.
Incremental changes.
Huh?
Incremental changes.
It's like a ratchet.
Yeah. And then also those incremental changes are kind of like spreading to other things, because I noticed the last 2 days haven't had the TV on at all.
Yes.
Awesome. So you're that wheel. It took some effort to get it moving, but now it's starting to move, and it's picking up other shit on its way down the hill.
Yeah, like when my wife came in and she's like, "You don't have the TV on." I'm like, "Fuck, I know."
Did you not realize it?
No, I didn't. The whole day, and it's basically 2 days now because I haven't turned it back on.
Right.
Oh shit! Good for you, man.
There you go. And see,
are we getting our shit together? Is that what's happening?
We're getting our shit. No, it's this big, dude.
A little bit.
It's this big. I swear to God, though. I swear to God. It's one of those deals where it's like, okay. And I think the big problem that we don't do this shit, okay, is because when we think about from going from here to here, where we're trying to get to, okay, like let's say you wanted to get in shape. Anybody knows what weight they want to be, should be, blah blah blah, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking, and I'm a little guy. So when I lost that 11 pounds, and then I gained a couple back, and then lost a couple more, I'm still right around that same area. That's a lot for me because I'm not big.
Right.
Okay. But when I first started, I knew where I wanted to go, and I was like, fuck, that's a long way away. I'll never get there from here. And then every time I thought, okay, I'm not going to go to the gym, I would just start walking. And and then I was doing a couple little 15, 20-minute walks a day. The shit adds up, and it does. And then you're this much closer. Now that far away thing doesn't seem like anything. It's like, I can get there from here, you know? And so, I'm kind of in this renaissance mode of just all these little tiny things going on. And what I'm finding, too, is when I'm doing those little things that help me, all this other shit starts to just come around. I mean, all these great things are happening. The documentary, the food drinks people, the Hawaii thing, and now I didn't tell you this. I was telling Tyler this, that I'm going to be gone for a month, and my cousin called me today and said, "Hey, I know this girl that's up from Florida. She works in the some nursing thing, needs a house to rent, needs a place to rent for a month.
Nice.
And I said $1,200 for the whole house for the month. And I talked to her on the phone, and she sounds great. And
Yeah.
And so I'm going to get the money up if she does it. And she might not. Who knows? She's coming over Sunday, and we're going to talk about it. And I'm going to let her say, here's the thing. She goes, I don't have anything except I need closet space for clothes. So if this happens and it works out, and I've been wanting to do this. I've been wanting to travel the world and then rent my house while I'm gone. But it's difficult to, you got to list it and all this other shit. And this just fell in my lap. So if this happens, how cool is it to go, okay, there's $1,200. So that means, I can fly my son out to visit
That's awesome.
for a couple weeks. So
Right.
when you do all these other things that take care of you, all this other shit starts happening just magically.
I'm a firm believer, and you can call it fate, you can call it whatever, but I agree that things happen for a reason. So I'm with you on that.
Well, here's my view on that. And I want to hear Tyler's view on this too. I never thought that whenever I heard people say things happen for a reason, I was like, I don't know about that. I always say there's a reason everything happens. But I think we try to find that magic where it's that's happening. Like there's some dude looking out for us upstairs and all this. I'm not saying I disagree with it. I'm just not sure, so I don't know. But I would like to think that. And if and it's a little more fun when you think that, don't you think?
Maybe that's what I really think. I probably just took the popular generic phrase and just attached that to what I've always thought, but I think what you just said more accurately describes how I view that. Is that fair?
Yeah. Because I was always thinking to myself, with all that believing in God and all that other stuff, if I get up there, and that's not even what it was at all, that life is just life. It's random. Everything's blowing around. There's bits and pieces and flotsam of whatever everywhere. And it's totally random. And I'll tell you a big part of what made me believe this, a bunch of different things. But one thing that's really poignant and that I remember in my life. And my mom, when my parents were still around and I lived with my parents, we planted, I think I told you about the Christmas trees. We planted them on a ball. And we had this, really nice fir Christmas tree in the backyard, right outside the back window where she did dishes over the sink and looked out the window. And there was a robin that made a nest in there. And so we watched her build the nest. We watched it all come together to completion. Then we watched her have babies. And then we'd see their little heads sticking up, chirpy, 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 and I was like, oh man. So it was like, we named them Manny, Mo, and Jack, from the Pep Boys. So I don't know.
You got it.
They might have been girls. I don't know. Maybe they were girls. Sorry, this whole he, she shit. I don't know what's going on. So, man, I was standing at the kitchen sink, and I'm standing there one day, and I see her just start flying around, making a crazy racket, and a giant crow comes in, just lands on the edge like one of those dragons from or Game of Thrones, or no, Lord of the
Rings.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings.
Nailed it.
Flies.
Lord of the Flies. I know. The only people that ever read that is because they went to public school. But anyway, I mean, this fucker this dick comes flying in, grabs the edge of the thing and just goes gulp, gulp, gulp. Just swallows Manny, Mo, and Jack and flies off. Never gonna call her again.
And you watched this?
Yeah. And at that moment, guys, I thought to myself,
I wish I had a pellet gun.
why would I want a pelican? I mean, I don't even like seabirds. I mean, they could have gulped them down way quicker. I mean, they could have ate the whole nest and flown off, but I don't know where you came up with that. But anywho, but I thought to myself, Jesus Christ, animals, there's no miracles in the animal world. You can pray all you want to. There's no miracles. There's no anything. There's just luck and bad luck. And it's not even luck. It's chance. It's bad luck or chance. It's all it is in the animal world. You are going to die by being eaten. You are going to die by being freezing to death, exposure, starvation, dehydration, or a hunter's going to kill you. That's your options if you're an animal in this world. No animal rarely die of old age. You know. So I thought to myself, if there's no animals, huh?
I was gonna say, what about turtles?
Probably just get so old they become food.
Yeah.
You can't tell if they're alive or not. They might be 6 years old. They might be 105.
That's true too.
I mean, no, you're right. You're right about that. But still, I mean, maybe. I'm sure there's some things that die. You know, a very small percentage of something that dies of old age.
Sure.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be heart disease because all I eat is green stuff. But anyway, but that's where that was a big thing with me, and I thought, the closest thing to us is the animal world. You can only if you're going to make a comparison, or we can't compare ourselves with anything but the animal world. It's all we got to go off of. When it comes to life, death, luck, chance, God, no God, whatever.
Sure.
There's nothing else to compare it to, and there's nothing there. And we're animals. We can read and write and come up with write Bibles and stuff, but that doesn't mean there's no proof in it. It's something you can't see it, you can't tell. Nobody knows until we die, or we don't know.
Yeah.
Wow, this got deep in a hurry, didn't it?
Yeah, well, it's good. It's good perspective. I had never thought about it like that, and I'm sure your listeners had never thought about it like that, or most hadn't. Or maybe you got some of the smartest, most philosophical listeners on the planet. I really don't know. What is your demographic? Who listens to Rich Ragains? You're gonna walk out on a stage in a little bit, right?
Yeah,
Paint me a picture. What does the average person look like on that stage, or in that arena? Excuse me.
Well, let me back up a little bit. I'll tell you another group that never thought of that is Manny, Mo, and Jack. They never thought of it. They didn't have time because they were swallowed whole by a crow while the others were chirping and watching it. Jesus Palomino, that was so bad.
Jesus Palomino.
Anyway, so what did you want to? What were you asking me now? What demographic of what?
So I don't know how many people are going to be in this audience. Call it 100. What does the average of those 100 people look like? Like, paint me their picture. Tell me their story. Who are you talking to? Who are you connecting with on that stage?
I connect with everybody, young, old, whatever. I mean, it's like any comedy club crowd. I
haven't been to a lot, so talk to me like I'm 5.
Okay, well, it's Thursday, so there won't be a lot of older people. It's not a weekend, right? This is Bardstown Road. It's like the cool hip area of town. So there's going to be some people like that. There's always rednecks. Usually you have a couple hecklers, usually one drunk girl. Yeah, that's most of the people that come see me. You know what? It's just like when I was in high school. I didn't have a group. I didn't have. I was friends with the jocks, the heads, all those kind of people, and I never fit in anywhere. I've never fit in anywhere. I've always been friends with everybody. So my crowds are like that too.
I love that.
Speaking of drunk girls, okay, I rewrote the intro to the book the other day, and I'd like to read that to you guys. It's not long.
Okay.
I want to read you one part of it. It's not too long, but I found a cool way. I think I found a cool way to express to the reader what I'm trying to accomplish with the book. I'm trying to say to the reader, let me be your guide with what I've learned. And look, I don't have my shit together. Nobody does.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I mean, nobody has their shit together.
Right.
So all this is ever going to be is just an up and down thing where we try to work on little bits of it. That's it. But I'm going to try to do this, and I want to read this to you, to the reader, okay?
Okay. Let's hear it.
Now, if some reason this fucks up, I got to go do this show in 10 minutes anyway, so I got to leave anyway. Um,
Are you ditching us on your own podcast? Is that like it sounds like we're a bad girl on a bad date right now or something.
this is like the worst Tinder date I've ever been on. Okay.
All right, flip to your intro. Come on.
No, I'm kidding, man. No, it's great. But I wrote this, and listen. It was everything I could do. Listen, you guys are I'm sharing bacon, folks. We're in this together. You're the only guys. You're my family with a book I'm writing and a podcast I just started doing. My whole life is changing in all these crazy ways. But you guys are my brothers in this. I wanted to text this to you guys so fucking bad when I wrote it. It was 4 a.m. and I'm like, no, I want to talk about it on the show. Then I got up here. I was going to pull it up on my website because my laptop, and I can't get the laptop to work. So I was going to read it while I spoke to you, and my battery's dying. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to flip it up. I'm going to find it. I'm going to read that thing, and hopefully I can get back to you. Okay.
Let's do this.
You want to do it?
Yep, go for it. We're really doing it.
And he disappears. There we go.
How'd you like that? Did you enjoy it?
Didn't hear what you said.
Didn't hear a fucking what you said.
Okay, I'm going to try to do it from memory.
Are you writing this on your fucking telephone? Is that what's happening right now?
Hey,
No,
do you have
I'm not.
Do you have an option to share your screen? Like I don't
know. Look, we're going to have to do a lot more.
Yeah.
Are you writing this book like with a pen?
No, dickweed. I'm carving it in a piece of wood like the real
Yeah.
did.
Well, it sounds like you're cutting corners.
Right.
I'm
carving it with
smartphone to read your book. Thought you were a man.
I'm carving it with my dick in the side of a case of Natty Light like a real fucking man. Okay? That's what I'm doing.
Oh my god.
Motherfuckers. So
Case of Natty Light.
okay. I'm carving a book I'm writing about motivation with my dick in the side of a case of Natty Light. Jesus Christ, nobody's coming up with shit like this. Fuck me running.
You know that's gonna go viral. We're putting that on your TikTok.
I hit the fucking lottery with you two beautiful sons of bitches. I'll tell you that. God damn it.
Hello.
Clint Eastwood when you need him. Okay. I'm going to try to do it from memory, and I'll explain to you what my goal is here. I'm trying to send a message to my dear reader, the people I appreciate most that are actually going, you know what? I'll get your little shitty book about getting your shit together. And I'm going to frame it in let me be your guide. Okay? Not a professional in anything, but let me be your guide. Because getting your shit together is easy in little steps. It's as easy as picking up the drunk girl at last call. Okay? Now, please, I want you to be my last call drunk girl, reader, and let me be the only decent guy in the fraternity. Getting a girl, okay, improving your shit, getting your shit together is all a series of tiny little steps, right?
Correct.
Right.
Okay. Getting a drunk girl up the steps to her place is a series of tiny steps. Correct?
Correct.
With two cerebrally challenged people that have to work together with their steps. The same dynamic in the book. Be my drunk girl, and I'll help you get home.
Oh my god.
Please, reader, let me be the guy that gets above you on the steps and holds you by your wrist and gently pulls you up while you blow snot bubbles and cry. Let me be the guy below you on the steps that pushes on your dance floor stained butt.
What?
Yes.
This is what I'm writing in the book, dude. It's gonna be great.
You're the intro. You're supposed to get the reader's attention.
Oh, this is the opening.
Attention caught, man.
And we did a good job because highly doubt you got to re-record that for the audiobook either.
Oh, dude. Well, wait. There's more.
Oh, we're not done.
Oh, you're not even close.
thought you said it was short.
Yeah.
Well, I know who's not going to finish the book. You two fuckers.
No, he will.
You're reading the book to me. Keep going.
You're like,
Come on, I already paid for this thing.
Okay, so let me be the guy that doesn't mind doing this shit all over again because your sloppy ass fell down the steps and now we got to start over. Just like in life. No selfies, not now. Oh my God, did you pee? Oh man, that's a lot. Okay, we're up here. We made it. We're in your apartment. Now, girl, let me tell you what I got in store for you now. First thing I'm going to do to you is take you in the bathroom, help you brush your teeth and wash your face. Then I'm going to put you in the bed, and I'm going to tuck you in the bed. Yes, I said tuck you.
Enunciation is key there.
There's
Very
a
careful
hard
stuff.
T. A
I
hard
said
T there.
tuck you. I'm going to tuck you in your bed.
T is in tango.
Then I'm going to plug your phone in. Then I'm going to quietly lock the door behind me. And I'm never going to call you again. But girl, let me tell you something. Tomorrow's a brand new day. And you're going to feel better in the morning. Cheers.
I like it. It's very you. It fits
Why'd you say it like that? I like it. You like it? I like
I'm
it.
still trying to process.
That was the fucking greatest delivery of all time. I don't know what you're saying, Tanner.
Yeah, what are you
I'm
saying?
still trying to process where you were mentally to get that analogy or that comparison in your head. I'm a big fan of it. It's going to do great.
Oh, but
I know you, and now I'm trying to think, what was going on in Richie's day that made him think that?
Well, somebody was helping my drunk ass up the steps, and I was wearing a wig. I mean, it's pretty easy stuff here. Throwing
Forgot.
softballs here, Tanner. I'm
That
throwing
was this
softballs,
week.
baby.
That was this week.
No, I don't know. But I thought about it. I mean, anybody can think up metaphors for stuff, but isn't that what I'm doing? If I help this reader get his shit together on some stupid little level, it's no different than helping a drunk girl. She's having problems. She needs help, but she's all right. She's a good person. She's just fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Nailed
we
it.
need more people that'll put your ass in the bed and not do something stupid while we're there. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I just thought it was a good angle. Wouldn't that be cool too if you did the whole book like that? And here's the thing too, and you can make fun of a drunk girl because you're not making fun of women. You're not making fun of any certain type of person.
No. Just
Drunk girls are
drunk
the
girl.
easiest demographic to get away with making fun of. And we've all been drunk guys before, so you know, you're not anybody can make fun of drunk people. Boy,
Yeah.
my head's really healing up, isn't it?
Yeah.
It actually looks real good.
Huh. And I've been putting vitamin E oil on it.
That's good. They say that's good for the skin.
That's what they say.
You know, when you get older, you don't regenerate skin as fast.
Or hair or energy or whatever. So here's the thing, man. I'd like to, if it's cool with you guys, to continue our little challenge with either the same stuff or maybe something else, if you want.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
What do you
guys
want
down with
to do today? You want to keep it the same or you want to switch it up?
I'm up for either. That's why I was kind of deliberating in my head because I could totally do another week of not napping, but I can also change it up and do something different. So,
Okay. What about this? What about a short walk after dinner? Just that.
I like that plan.
Okay.
A lot of fucking
What's
snow out there.
comfortable? Just and here's the thing too. We're not trying to kill ourselves. We're just trying to do a little bitty something. That's all. Like a 15-minute walk, 7-Up, 6-pack.
I can commit to that. I'll commit to that.
I can do
15 minutes.
I can do 5, 5, and 5.
Yeah, 5, 5, and 5. You know what? 5 minutes. It doesn't matter. 5, or just whatever. Let's say 10-minute walk, maybe 10-minute walk after dinner only, not breakfast, not lunch. And
Fuck
anything
that.
extra you do is gravy. If you want to keep going, keep going. You can do whatever. But
Sure.
let's just do that, and we'll all do that. We'll do the walk after dinner every night because we have dinner.
We all
Anywhere you eat dinner, here's the thing: anywhere you eat, you can walk.
true. Are we gonna like document it on social media? Because if I went to posted it that first night that I did my planks, I don't think I would have kept with it.
Really?
I needed that little bit of accountability.
Okay.
Maybe it's an ego thing. I won't lie to you. It felt good to have some interaction saying, attaboy.
Okay, let's do that. Okay. Okay, what are we going to do on the minutes? You want to say 10, 15, 5? What do you want to do?
I like 15. It's easy.
Okay.
7 and 8.
Okay. Are you cool with that, TA?
I am cool with that. Yes.
Okay, fuck, you can walk. Yeah, okay, I'm cool with that too. Which is a 15-minute walk up and back. So we'll do that, and that's all we're going to do. That's it. Just for 7 days. Or
Right.
no, actually, yeah, 7 days. This is next Thursday.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, and we'll just see if that makes a difference. Now, think about how easy this shit's going to be. But it is going to be different because we don't do that every day.
Yeah, true.
Right. It's true.
I mean,
It's like
fuck. And then, if nothing else, we're going to have that little thing. And if we fuck it up and we don't do it one day, big fucking whoop. What if we only did it 5 days? That's 5 days. You ate your dinner and fucking walked it off 15 minutes.
I think I just did the math in my head. It's like approximately 5 minutes to the bar and 5 minutes back. And you double the time for the walk back. I think I got my 15 in this week, guys.
But again, if you go, even if you go to if you go to the bar a couple times a week and you walk, it's all gravy, dude. It's all gravy.
I think I got this getting my shit together thing I figured out. You just got to go to the bar more often.
Fuck, you're a genius. That's
upper
why we
level
bond
thinking,
so well.
guys. That's upper level thinking. Not dogging.
It is. The bad thing for me is I gotta walk past the gym to get to the bar. That's shitty. Man, they put that bar in the wrong place, or I live in the wrong neighborhood. One or the other. Well, guys, listen, it's 7:32. The show started 2 minutes ago, so I gotta jump off of here. Yeah, this was a little fragmented one, but we got it done, didn't we?
Sure did.